On this last Sunday in Ordinary Time, we celebrate the feast of Christ the King. And this feast was given to our church as a gift by Pope Pius XI in 1925 to challenge secularism as it existed in his time and continues to exist in every time. What is secularism? It is to live as if God does not exist. Life is only about the human being. The human being only. To combat this mentality, we are celebrating our fidelity to Christ as our King. His royalty, his power over all individuals, all families, all societies, all governments, and all nations. Christ is supreme. Christ is universal. Christ is eternal, and Christ is spiritual. The invitation of today's feast is simple. We are faithful. We come to church. We do our best to live Christian lives. Maybe you know someone who has stopped practicing the Catholic faith. Maybe you will be the catalyst by a simple invitation, a simple gesture to invite that man or that woman or that teenager or that child back to church. It truly is a time for a radical humanism, directing one's living, directing our living, directing their living as Christ himself lived. This is the meaning of today's feast. To try as best we can to mortify any desires toward the secular, where the secular takes priority over Christ himself. One of my favorite poets is Tennyson. And in his poem to Ulysses, the last lines are so powerful and so beautiful. I believe they speak to this feast. We are people of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will. This is a time to strive, to seek, to find, and never to yield when it comes to God and our faith. We thank God for this feast. May we, through the invitation of St. Paul in Romans 8, do our best to put to death the misdeeds of the body, misdeeds in our thoughts, our words, our actions, our omissions, and continue to live as faithful stewards of his gospel. Amen. We stand and profess our faith in God.